Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Drew's Hatton Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is the P.E.P Excellence Podcast. D-Man Jr., Love is the Word. Macadocious, Mac of the South. Steve L. the Mac. Joseph Townsend. Mansa Musa. Salute. 88 Sports Talk. Kane the Bad Guy. Yahweh, salute. Smash the like button, y'all. You know, the more things change, the more things stay the same. I got a little bit of a chip on my shoulder today. But we're going to air it out because, you know, in this day and age, you hope things kind of like just go away and like die down, and people show some effing class, but they're incapable of doing so. So since they want to keep, firing the first missile, I will pull the Magneto in first class and throw that right back at you. All you nerds know what I'm talking about when I say that. X-Men first class. Magneto, rockets on the beach. He stopped all of them and almost killed all those dudes in the water. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So my question tonight is, who protects the integrity of men? Well, I'm gonna give you the answer. Men, we do it. Because we're the only people who can do it. We're the only people who can do it. Because at times, I'm telling you straight up and down, we don't have no help. We don't have any help. We don't have any help, y'all. Again, when there's a problem, we're told to cowboy up, man up. Stop crying, stop being a little bitch. We're not allowed to have a moment's rest. Sometimes a moment to breathe. We have to go to a quiet corner, lock ourselves in the bathroom, and sometimes the day, the month, the year, life could be absolutely whooping our ass. Sometimes we need therapy. Sometimes if you can't afford therapy, you gotta go in your bathroom and cry about it, but you can't let your kids see it, you can't let your woman see it, you can't, because we're supposed to be the man in the house. We're not allowed to have feelings. And a lot of times when we have feelings and show those feelings, and I'm not saying all women, a lot of times when we do that, what happens when you have the wrong woman? She uses that shit against you. If she sees a sign of weakness, it's a trigger. Andrew Charles, Jeff, what up? They see any kind of vulnerability in you, they want to find out what it is so they can control it. I'm not saying it's all women. I just said the wrong woman. A woman is supposed to be your completer, not your competitor. How many times you heard me say that? Yeah, love is a word. A lot of women, unfortunately. Omega Rest, salute. That's why men have their guard up. They talk about women have their guard up. This is why men have their goddamn guard up a lot. In this day and age, first of all, I'm lucky because I'm spoken for. I'm a married man. I'm happy. But as an advocate for men, I feel sorry for a lot of men out here that just can't seem to find one woman. Counter, what up, my brother? I feel for the brothers who can't narrow it down. Because I know what it's like. I watch y'all. I know what it's like. Oh, man, I can't find the right one. What's the right one? How can I not find a woman with no children? And I'm telling you, I come from an era where I was beginning to think that shit was impossible. And I still say I got lucky, man. Because for a long time, I was like, yo, you ain't got no kids? Huh? What's wrong with you? So I feel the need to talk about it again today because I was thoroughly disgusted. Kane said, can a man get sick anymore? No. Get off that couch. Stop being a bitch. Stop whining. Go to work. Today, I was thoroughly disgusted. Because, Kyla Duke, salute. Things pop up on my algorithm. And of course, if you don't know, I'm going to talk about Kevin Samuels today again. Because he's a topic of discussion. I've seen a lot of videos, people talking about it might be foul play with that girl he was with. But what pun intended, what kills me all these disgusting rumors. You know how I used to say, get a dog, die alone? You see these phenomenal Mexicans, salute, man. Oh, where'd I get that picture? Damn, I'll tell you in a minute. JT, no salute. First of all, he didn't die alone. All right? He didn't die alone. All right. Then you heard that there was some fat chick that he was seeing. That was a lie. Now they're trying to say that this chick that made the 911 call is probably the one that killed him. We don't know. We don't know anything. But it's funny how people are assuming the worst. You know, I expect that from some hating ass women, but when I see dudes doing that, I'm looking at y'all so like different. I'm looking at you guys so different. Men to talk reckless about Kevin Samuels. It's a couple things. First of all, you guys, all of you, a majority of you guys have YouTube channels. And y'all can't even sniff the bottom of his goddamn $10,000 gators. All right, you're mad at what he's accomplished. All right. Y'all guys know what it is. It's LDBC mentality. We say right, they say left. We say up, they say down. We say east, they say west. And it becomes lucrative to disagree with everything he says. So I'm not worried about you guys too much at all, actually. I'm not worried about y'all at all. Women, I stand on this. The Godfather's gone, y'all still gonna die alone. Y'all still gonna exist in dysfunction. And there's nothing you can do to change that. He's gone. His message is out there already. And I'll say it again. Everything he spoke about was everything a lot of men were speaking of, but we were confined to barbershops, to gyms, where a lot of you black women don't show up to. The basketball courts, wherever men hang out. Because we couldn't have it in our homes, we couldn't have it in public places. Because the head start going like this and the leaves start going in all directions. Y'all got all this negative shit to say instead of listening to our gripes. And when you listen to a woman talk about their gripes, Anthony, what up? They always refer, oh, this nigga this and this nigga that. How about this? Stop dating these low-life niggas that you complain about. Nothing was better than listen to a woman complain about dudes and come to find out they never dated a guy outside of a goddamn 10-block radius of their neighborhood. All men are dogs. But all those dudes you dated know each other. Make it make sense. Then a lot of these chicks have the nerve to spit out a kid or two. But then they made their mistakes. They've grown. How old's your oldest kid? He's 4. You've grown a lot in 4 years. But now you know everything. And then you turn around and say, okay, I'm not settling for this type of man. It's like, nah, well, this man, we go out on a date, but I'm not trying to lock you down. You got 2 kids from 2 Pookies and Ray Rays. Or it could be 1 Pookie or Ray Ray. I don't want to deal with that. And then you tear into us. I've been through that. You're judging me. No, I just have different standards than you. Well, let's get to it. Because y'all know I'm gonna talk about Vivica Fox. Y'all know I'm gonna talk about that. Yo, that whole what is that show called? I wrote it down. The Queens of Cock or something. Cock and Queens. All 4 of them chicks was off the mark. Here's what I've come to realize. Everybody that has a lot of negative to say about Kevin Samuels, they've never sat through a whole show. They have ADD. Their attention span can't go past 2 minutes. What they see, because if you Google him or you put him in search engine in YouTube, you get a lot of highlights. He has highlight reels when he's dissing people, dissing these girls. All right. But you need to hear those whole conversations. It's like a boxing highlight reel. I could put together a highlight reel of Arturo Gatti. I could put together a 5-minute highlight reel of Arturo Gatti and go to someone that doesn't know shit about boxing and say, look, this guy was better than Floyd Mayweather before he died. And I'll make Gatti look like an absolute rock star. But we know the truth. Highlights are just that. They make something look insanely good or bad. I can also put together a highlight reel to make Floyd Mayweather look like the worst fighter in the world. But what do we know? But let's get to it. There's 15 people in the building. Let's get to it. I want y'all to watch this and read it. And it's a vintage, what I like to call vintage Kevin Samuels clip. And I know there's a lot of people, because he was very particular about his content. And there's a lot of people that, now that he's gone, they're running to his channel and they're reviewing old videos. He didn't allow people to do that. And for the people that's close to them, if they do come across this video, understand I'm not trying to jack his stuff. I was never the one to, I don't want to do what they call response, not response videos, but reaction videos. Not with him. And there's a reason why I'm not doing it with him, because he's a content creator. I don't want to do a reaction video on a content creator. I might refer to something that was said on somebody's channel or whatever, but I'm not going to play a video. I'm not going to do that. I'll refer to it and send you a link and send you to the person's video so they can get the view, and I'll talk about it. But I got a lot in store on this channel. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you this small portion, and then I got a question for you guys. Listen.
Yourself on a scale from 1 to 10. How tall are you?
5'10".
5'10". How much do you weigh?
Uh-oh. I weigh about,
to what?
Depending on the day, between 280 to 285.
So you're a fat fucker.
Yeah.
So you think a 5'10", almost 300-pound dude, how much money you make?
Like 400 every 2 weeks.
So you make 400 every 2 weeks. So you make 800 a month. You make less than $10,000 a year. Okay.
But how many 20-year-olds was him?
Hold on. Dude, I was a 20-year-old and I was making far more money than that. In the 80s, the minimum wage was $3.35 an hour. So I need to hear it. How long? You got a big dick?
I mean, it's above average. I ain't know Ron Jeremy.
No. I asked you if you had a big dick. I didn't say it was above average.
I don't know what that is, really.
You know if you got a big dick or not. Stop the bullshit. Every dude know whether or not he got a big dick. I know I got a big dick. You don't know?
I mean,
you don't have a big dick. That's the point. You don't have a big dick. You don't have a big wallet. You're a fat dude, and you got a lot of nerve thinking you should get choosing singles at 5'10" and 300 pounds, making less than $1,000 a month at 20 years old. And women should approach you. What they get? They don't even get a big dick.
That was the first 3 years of him on streams. That was his home stream. He was talking to a man. And that's not the first time he did that. He did it to men in abundance. Now, you heard what he said? Now I'm going to ask the men in here. Was he bullshitting? He was talking to a 5'10", 300-pound man who had a high expectation of the type of woman he wanted. And he kept it so honest with him. Now, mind you, that's a short end of the clip. All right? I remember that. He didn't just jump at dude. Dude came on the stream. Guess what he was doing? Dude came on the stream. And let me be clear. If it wasn't that clip, it was another one. Dude came in disrespecting black women in particular. I don't know if that was him, but I recall dude came in there, I don't deal with black women and black women. He was like, what's your problem with black women? Oh, they disrespectful and they won't give me no run, so I don't fuck with them and da 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 da. And he hit him with the line. How tall are you? How much do you weigh? Last time you weighed yourself? How much money do you make? Hit him with the same shit. When I first heard him do that, he did it to a dude. And I'm listening. I said, okay, the dude's X amount of height. The dude is dangerously overweight. Remember, he's an image consultant. And then he asked the dude how much you make. He said, I make, what'd he say? I make $200 a week. Under $1,000 a week. Then he said, okay, well, something's missing. What's going on? Then he asked him, does he have a big penis? Why does he asking that? What do we know about Pookies and Ray Rays? They could be broke, smoking weed all day, living with their mama, but they got several girls knocking at his door. Why? Because he could ball out, he's in shape, he's in the basketball courts all day, and he could lay pipe like no other. He's holding a 10 iron, and that's all these women care about. So if whatever he lacks in one department, he's capitalizing in another. Do we understand? Let's not act like this shit ain't real. You walk around, you look, fellas, you always looked at like, yo, how does ugly dudes walk around with this really good girl and she driving the car and he's driving a Mercedes? He's a bum. And then you hear her talking to her homegirls, girl, he knocked my spine out of alignment. I got herniated discs. He fucking her, he fucking her friend, he probably banging her mom, all kinds of weird shit. Pookie and Ray Ray gets all the play. Pookie, Ray Ray gets all the play. Average dudes, hardworking dudes, good dudes with the retirement plans that know where we're going in 2 to 5 years and all this other stuff. We gotta work extra. We gotta work different. The average dude that's not in the street, there's chicks that are just attracted to dudes that ain't doing shit. Codependency. They like what they call projects. Oh, he ain't shit. He ain't got nowhere to go. So I need a man in my house. So I just want him in my house because I know where he's going to be. He ain't got nowhere to go. I just have a man here that I can control. It's like having a kid. There's women like that. But what you just saw, that was Kevin Samuels' first 3 years. Now, on to this, what is it? The queens of cock. The cock queens, wherever they are. Vivica A. Fox and these other 3 birds. I sat there and listened to that. I'm like, these chicks never watched his show. They never watched his show. Vivica A. Fox referred to what happened to him as karma. Well, let me tell you something, bitch. All right? Let me tell you something, bitch. Bitch. All right? Or for y'all bitches. Let me tell you something. Y'all preach all this brotherhood and wondering why brothers be doing this shit to the sisters or whatever. A black man is dead, and we don't know why, what happened. There's no autopsy, we don't know what happened. And y'all up here high-fiving, smirking and smiling. Vivica, what's your favorite 50 Cent song? Tell me. How much rap music you got in your rotation on your phone right now in your house? I'm guaranteeing you that rapper put out a song degrading a black woman at some point. Use a Lil Wayne fan. Use a Lil Wayne fan. Use a Lil Wayne fan. I don't listen to Wayne, but I did. I at my old job, there's a lot of younger dudes. That's their era. And I heard a line in one of his songs. I know it's after 12, but this dick won't suck itself. That's what he said. And I'm like, what is that? What? That's how I knew I was getting older. Now, I've had my share of ignorant rap music, but like I told y'all, I didn't live it. I listened to it, but I didn't live it. Flatboy Plays, what up? And these are good and grown women in their 50s. They're older than me. And this chick, Lisa Ray, whatever the hell her name is, the bitch from Players Club. That's her name. Talking about, oh, I'm tired of the brothers, and she sit right up there and said this shit. Skinny Too Litty, salute. She sit right up there and said, oh, I'm tired of the brothers talking about they want a certain man and they have beer bellies. Guess what? What did you just hear? Here's my question. Where were y'all defending this brother when Kevin came for him? And that's not the only brother he did that shit to. I told y'all about the dude that called up the show talking about I'm a musician and I drive for Lyft. He's like, what are you talking about? I appreciate you, Liddy. You don't even have a career, but you want a girl that looks a certain way, a woman that looks a certain way. You can't afford to take care of a woman because we supposed to be the caretakers, right? We're supposed to take care of her. We're supposed to buy the home and have the lights on and the food in the house, and all they have to do is maintain and prepare. That's the teamwork. Then they want to go on this bullshit mafia. What up? Salute to you, fam. And what's bullshit is they start talking about his pockets. Vivica talking about, oh, he ain't living, he was just on the gram. Man, that man made over, from what I understand, he made over $300K in a fucking month. No bullshit. Chris, what up? You understand? You didn't watch his show, stupid. And what Lisa said about a potbelly man, don't worry, he had you covered. If you scroll back on his channel, all right, when he was doing the struggle streams, what he talked about was black men getting it together, dressing different, looking different. Y'all notice my look is a little different from when I'm talking boxing on the other channel every morning. This is a different vibe. He did a fucking stream about selling out. Do you know what he meant by that? He said, black men, if you want to be successful in this world, you might have to sell out. Unless you own your own business, where you can call your own shots. If you're in corporate America, if you're doing a corporate thing, you have to sell out. You're going to have to cut your hair. You can't be going corporate with your hair down your back or your hair all lopsided looking. To them, it looks crazy. You just can't walk in a meeting like that. And it sucks, but that's just how it is. I went through that. It's just how it is. But she missed that show. I guess she missed that show. She missed 3 years of him getting on dudes. Why didn't that clip I just played for you, why wasn't that his viral clip? Why didn't that clip become viral? Why? Because men, if you notice, if you hear the dude's demeanor on the phone, he wasn't taking it personal. That's how we chop it up with each other. Sometimes you gotta keep it real. Sometimes you gotta keep it honest. Like, yo, get your shit in shape. What you mean? What you talking to her for? Don't do that. Sympathy is what your girlfriends are for. Come to me with help. Come to me for an answer only if you want help solving the problem. Only know one way to tell it, and that's the truth. And all these chicks, and all you can tell me is, oh yeah, I don't like his tone. Let me tell you something. Earlier today, go subscribe to that sister Dee. D-E-E. She does a lot of reactions to Samuel's videos. She knew him. Well, like I don't know if they met, but he would pop up in her stream sometimes, like in the chat, and she co-signed everything the man said. So today I was in the chat, and there's some woman in there. And everything that Kevin said, she disagreed. But I asked this woman, I said, wait a minute, but you're here. And why did I point that out? Because Dee agrees with 100% of what Kevin Samuels was saying. But I said, shorty, why are you here? And here she goes. Oh, it's not. I didn't like his approach, and it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And then she went on to say, oh, well, Dee don't, because she said, well, you know, Kevin created a lane for men because men, we've been, locked in a box. We wasn't allowed to talk like that. He created a lane. That's something that Lisa Ray said, oh, it'd have been more productive for him to create a lane. I'm like, you dummy, that's what he did. So this woman on Didi's chat today was like, oh, well, you know, you're giving him too much credit. You're your own person. And I said, you know what? And dude started to get at her, but Shorty had a wrench, right? So I told like 2 or 3 dudes, I said, listen, I didn't know better. I didn't say this in the chat. I said, look, that woman is a feminist. Because what Kevin Samuels is saying, Didi is co-signing everything he's saying, but she's here sending super chats and everything. That's just feminist. So now it's okay for Didi to say the exact same thing that Kevin Samuels is saying, but it's bad when Kevin says it, but it's okay when Didi says it. I said this is the type of bullshit we're talking about. But watch this. Although she agrees with Kevin, Didi shouldn't be the only person speaking up for us, and I appreciate the sister, really, I do. I'm subscribed to her and everything, but it's still better coming from a man. It's like, okay, it's like raising a son. A lot of single moms are raising sons, but they can't do certain things that men can do. They can't teach a man how to 100% be a man. It's not only verbally teaching them and telling them what to do. They have to see their fathers. They have to see it. Thank you, JT Mo. Kevin said his place was for men. He's an advocate for men. So every woman that was there, they could be there, even if they agree. But they were in the wrong place. There are Masons and there are Eastern Stars. G5, what up? Obadiah, what up? They are Masons and Eastern Stars. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Same but different. You understand? Same but different. Eastern Stars meet up there. Masons meet up here. Separate. There's a girl's room and a boy's room. There's a men's dressing room and a women's dressing room. That chick was listen, and I don't know if she's gonna show up here or not, but Shauna, and I know her personally, y'all, but she had it all wrong. All right, she used the term toxic negativity. That's a term she made up. That's a term, whatever. But you know what's real? Toxic femininity. That shit is real. And I've never been bullied. But it got to the point where I was like, you know what? I know what it is. I just don't argue with women. Because there was no I knew what I knew, and there was just no reason for me to go back and forth with a woman over bullshit. But a lot of my brothers are going through it with women, and it's like, you know what? They might not see shit how I see it. And what these women don't know, with all of this bullshit they putting out for everyone to see, they don't, Johnny Q, what up? They don't know that they're proving this man's point from beyond the grave. There's people looking at Vivica Fox and Lisa Ray and those other 2 hags on there like, Let me ask y'all a question. They had a platform when Dillian Roof got the busting shots, right? What was their stance on that? George Zimmerman, did they express this much hatred? This is a lot of hatred for a black man, right? Did he shoot anybody? Let me play something for you that I heard on Roland Martin. I'm gonna dissect this bitch.
The back of black women in such a disparaging, belittling, degrading way, as if black women don't deal with enough.
As if black women don't. This is an overweight black woman, by the way. As if black women don't deal with enough. Let me ask y'all a question. What do black women deal with that black men don't? On top of dealing with them. Now, of course, a woman could come in here and be like, oh, well, we deal with y'all. No, you don't. You deal with Pookies and Ray Rays. Don't talk to me about some nigga that ain't shit that you chose. that nice guys have to deal with. We pay for bullshit that happened to y'all in the past. Kevin Samuels was pro-therapy. How many times you heard him say, yo, get therapy? Therapy. How many times you heard him say that? Where was what's her fucking name? I don't even know her name. But the clip I played you, that was 3 years of him doing that to men. Where the fuck was she? Thank you. Joe Rogan didn't get this much hate. Come on, man.
I have but so much empathy for the death of this man.
Because she's an overweight black woman, and every time he referred to a woman's weight, it hit her in the heart. And she didn't stop to look herself in the mirror, because I guarantee you this bitch is on a treadmill with a meal. She's on a treadmill with a meal. What she needs to do is hit a hard body JT-Mo and figure it out. That's what she needs to do. These problems pre-exist. They predate Kevin Samuels. And what he did for the first 3 years of him doing this was getting men in order. Telling you, if you don't have a steady job, if you don't have a steady career, if you don't have X amount of money in the bank, what are you going to do courting a woman? You can't afford it. But she ain't see that though, right? So let's hear what she got to say. Overweight black woman, y'all. And I'm not firing shots. I'm telling you, it's an overweight black woman. Just listen to what she says, y'all.
And let's just say, people did get some help from him. I saw some anecdotes of men who went to therapy because of him, and women who lost weight because of him, and things like that. That does not take away the bulk of his rhetoric, which is essentially that black women were worthless.
She just said he's helped a bunch of people get therapy, refer them to therapy, lose weight because of him, get well because of him. He had a whole Facebook group, people getting married in the group because of him. But still, she referred to his shit as rhetoric. Rhetoric. Overlook all the good and focus on the bad. She's selfish. Why? I'm telling you, this is an overweight black woman with a goddamn wig on. Or a weave. That's not her hair. She's light skinned. She got makeup. I don't know if that's for the camera. But she ain't got no beach body, I can tell. And there was two simps on here too. Proven haters. One of them is a gay dude. I just disregard that. I just disregard that totally. I heard him before on Kevin Samuels. He's a fucking hater. He's another dude. And the simps are catering to the black females. And I'm telling you, this is a mistake. They're making a bad mistake. They're making a bad mistake. People saw this shit. I'm going to love to see. They're going to get some support. But something's going to happen with them. Like, when I say something's going to happen, they're going to get a lot of hate that they're not going to understand. You know why? Kevin Samuels' success, whether people believe it or not, it came from a place of love. Hatred will take you down. Case in point. Didn't Rush Limbaugh have a lot of love at one point? And when the community started to change, he lost momentum. And what about this other dude? Well, fuck Rush, he's dead. Infowars. What's his name? Infowars. What's that guy's name? He did Infowars. You know what I'm talking about. Damn, what's his name? Well, he broke now. He's broke. He was on top of the world, shitting on Obama. Alex Jones, thank you, AMG. And when people got sick of his ass, they yanked his shit offline or whatever, and he didn't have the love that he thought he had. Let's hear what this hag has to say. I'm so pissed with her.
That they did not have value unless you ascribe to Eurocentric standards of beauty and society.
They did not have value until they strive towards Eurocentric image. Pretty much that's what she's saying. So she's saying that he cut down black women because they didn't have European features. First of all, let me be very clear. Indeed, people of color, black people, brown people, we don't have European features. We're not from Europe. Women are naturally curvy. Our women are naturally curvy. I get it. But I'm sure she would agree there's a certain standard. That's not what he was talking about. There's a certain standard. He wasn't cutting people up for being overweight. He was asking them, why are you overweight? I'm looking at this woman right now. I would ask her, why are you overweight? Since you want to talk about this, you want to cut this guy down? He would ask you, why are you overweight? You know how many chicks call his show and they'll be overweight? And he'll be like, well, how many children you got? And this will be a woman that have no kids. He's like, well, you have no kids? Why are you 200 pounds at 5'5"? What happened? Well, you know, I got big bones. No. You're 5'5", you're 200 pounds. You have no kids. Why do you have all that weight on you? That's what he's asking. And the reason why he's asking is because those women call up and talk about they ain't got no man. Call up, I ain't got no man. And men judge me. And they need to accept me for being me. No. Accept the man. Accept the man's accept what he wants. He don't want a 5'5", 200-pound girlfriend. If you're 5'5", you're supposed to be what? By way of the chart, I don't care if you're European or African. You're not supposed to be 200 pounds. Tell me I'm lying. Rasul, what up? Oh yeah, Joseph, a lot of people's heads are gonna roll. They think it's a game. It's not a game. People are gonna get sued. J. Timo, a black woman that's 5'5", how much is she supposed to weigh? I'm gonna just take a shot at the dog. She gotta be about maybe $125, $130. Thank you, Joe. Unhealthy is unhealthy regardless. You see how she put Euro on it and she snuck that in. Euro standards. No. Because guess what? I've seen Chris Felton say 120. Look, Chris, 120, hard body, 120. And let me tell you something. I've seen African women, 5'5", not fat. They're curvy regardless. And I've seen a white woman, 5'5", 120, not curvy. We're just built different. That's not what Kevin was talking about. Why does a man have to accept you because you can't put down the goddamn Twinkies and you don't go to the gym? That's not fat shaming. That's us having a preference. And if we say, yo, look, no, thank you, we're narcissistic. They using big words on the men. And this is an overweight black woman talking this bullshit. This is bullshit. It's articulate bullshit.
Right. And that's simply not true. Further, he did not care about black women, and yet because of the low self-esteem that these black women had on his show, it was under the guise of health, anything that came out of his mouth.
So all the women that contacted him had low self-esteem? Let me explain something to you, man. There were women on there that, and this is what I'm saying. You hating ass women made him famous. Y'all don't even know that. Y'all made him famous. Like I said, y'all are so inconsistent. Y'all are so, like everything, y'all are just inconsistent. Inconsistent. I just told y'all that he did this shit to men for like 3 years. More than that, I'm hearing. 3 years. Y'all didn't care. He had one viral moment. He asked that woman to rate herself. That woman, average at best, that viral video, that woman rated herself a 5. He didn't give her a 5. She did that herself. She rated herself a 5. Go watch it. He said, yeah, average at best. She rated herself a 5. He asked her to rate herself. She gave herself a 5. She did that shit. But like her, she had all these unrealistic expectations. And once he did that to her, it went viral on World Star. And then these women, this sisterhood, this feminist movement, every day they started to come from. I'm sure he wanted to talk about 1,000 other things, but every day these women kept coming and kept coming. Oh, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. And he was like, what? 200 and old. Because what it all boiled down to is these women was calling up talking about, I deserve a high value man. And the answer was, why? And you would be amazed at the shit you hear. I'm a PhD. This woman, you know that clip he plays? I'm a PhD. Did you hear that? I was listening that night. No, I wasn't listening that night, but I heard it. I said, well, he keeps playing I'm a PhD. And I finally found the show. And I listened to the whole thing. And I said, well, damn, you know what that woman did? He pressed a button, I'm a PhD. You know why she said that? She put her education above a relationship. She's calling up a show about relationships. And what people refuse to understand is that Kevin was pro-marriage, pro-black marriage. And what she did was she said, oh, well, I'm above all of that. I'm a PhD. He said, well, that's irrelevant. Not every black woman is going to be a PhD. Some black women are very simple. Oh, look, I have a little job at the supermarket. I'm a cashier at McDonald's, or I'm a secretary at somewhere. I work a little job. I make $60,000 a year. But I want a husband. So what your PhD shows that you don't need no man? If you don't need no man, why the fuck are you calling the show? This show is for women that want to progress, women that want to get a man, women that don't want to die alone. If you want to die alone, why the fuck are you calling the show? You're a PhD, great, good for you. Why are you here? What are you telling the women that want to get a relationship to do? Dump the relationship, get a PhD? What if they're 50 years old? Do they still want to do it? Or do they follow you? Or do they want to talk to him? Because his information was helpful. Ask the Facebook group. Ask the several couples that met each other and got married by way of him. Does any of this shit register me? Back to this clown.
Wasn't necessarily genuine, authentic, or even true. So again, the fact he constantly pushed this notion that fat women were slovenly and had little to nothing to do with society.
He never did, man. Again, that's how she took it. Because this is an overweight black woman with a weave in her head, extra makeup. She has to, the way she approaches a man has to be different from the way another woman would approach a man. When she walks into a room, the world don't stop. Beyonce walks into a room, a Beyonce-esque type of woman walks into the room, the world stops for her. And that's, fellas, you know what that is. Fellas, we all look different. We know what our best assets are. So the way our friends might bag a chick might not be the same way we'll bag a chick. That's just reality. He didn't cut down overweight women. What he did do was bring them to reality. You're not going to kick the door and talk about, oh man, I deserve a high value man, and I don't care if I'm 300 pounds and 6 feet tall, and I'm Big Shirley, and I don't care. What do you bring to the table, Ma? I am the table. Your pussy's not the prize, bitch. Every woman has a vagina. What else can you do for me? What can you do for me? And let me say this before I go further on this Moose. We've been conditioned. We've been conditioned. If something happened, I blame Babyface and niggas like Tank. Baby, I deserve, nigga, shut up. Tell her to get over it. You're a diesel dude with a voice singing on stage. You got options. Work it out. If she don't want to work it out, she can kick rocks. It sounds harsh, but that's just the reality of it. Relationships are work. Babyface, I'll pay your rent. Soon as I'm, man, you kidding me? Who's the dude that won American Idol? This is my sorry for 2004. Nigga, shut up. Shut up. That Babyface song, when I listened to it, I said, he's bugging. Remember Men at Large? Oh, you're hungry? No. Let me tell you something, Babyface. Nigga, you a songwriter. You're a multimillionaire. You are a genius. You go on tours. You put out albums. You in the studio. This is your living. When you come home, whatever woman is, you better not be walking through that door cooking and cleaning for her, paying her shit. You worth millions. You hitting the ground running. When you come home, the game better be on. The food better be cooked and on a plate. I don't know if he has kids, but they better be put to bed or greeting daddy. And her job is to blow you before you go to bed. What's this? I'll pay your rent. Yeah, Ruben Studdard. Night Train, salute. Yeah, the Godfather will be missed. But we speaking on his behalf. This is bullshit with these women. These women with this negative shit, these are the bitches he told us to avoid. And I'm taking us because I'm speaking on behalf of men. Now, I have a wife. I'm good. But I see brothers like going through it. They thinking that he's in the grave, that these women, they all out to talking shit now. You're still going to die alone with a dog. It's still going to be get a dog. It's still going to be die alone. What the fuck y'all talking about? And trashing this man is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I didn't see this. I ain't see these chicks, these feminists. Let's go fuck up George Zimmerman. I didn't even see that. Joe Rogan. I ain't see that. The only person that stood on that square with that Joe Rogan shit was India Arie. Fuck out of here. Back to this Moose.
He went so far as to say last month that if you are over 35 and unmarried, that you are leftovers. And what got me was, all of that notwithstanding, he insinuated that...
Hold on, let me address that first. If you're 35, right? Let's say you're 35 and you're childless. And let's say that 35-year-old meets a 35-year-old man who's childless, and he's on his way to the top of his financial game. Y'all know the scenario. Homeowner or condo owner, 800 credit score, no baby mama drama, and he's looking for a mate. So now you're 35 years old. I'm talking to the women now. You're 35 years old with no children. Right? And he's dating you. All right? First of all, a lot of these women don't even know how to be wives. If you go to work every day or whatever, these women want to go to work every day. Why? Because their mothers has trained them to be that way. Why? Their mothers are single. Why? Because they allowed the government to come fuck up their household. I told y'all the story already. They chose public assistance over the man in the house. And conditioning, when they've had daughters, it was, yeah, you don't need no man. I did it without your daddy. Kid growing up knowing who the daddy is but never knew why he wasn't home. And it's gone on for so long that they just forgot. It's just how it is. That's why single mothers is the norm now. It's bullshit. So now she don't know how to be a wife. She been grinding on her own. She's just lucky she ain't had no fucking kids. But she has somewhat of a body count. So you dated, okay, you was in a long-term relationship, okay. All right, well, I'll keep you in mind. So now that 35-year-old meets the 25-year-old. She out of college or in college. She's 10 years younger. The boobs aren't sagging. She works out. She ain't grow up in the hood. She grew up in a two-family household, a two-parent household. She don't live in the hood. She live upstate somewhere. She ain't black. She's something else. Now, that man chooses the younger, riper woman who was raised to be a wife and not choose the woman her age who was not raised to be a wife, who's raised to be independent. That'll be fighting you all day long. That's what he's thinking. And, you know, I grew up around women like that. She's very independent. That's going to be a debate every night. She wants to work. I can't tell her to stop working. But when I come home from working, I can afford to take care of us, but she wants her own. Don't know why when I can take care of her, but she wants her own. Fine. But I can only imagine what's going to be when I'm like, yo, babe, you home? I know it's 5 o'clock. I'm coming home at 10. Can you cook me some food? You can't bring something up. Oh, she's home. Yeah, I'm home, babe. Can you bring home something to eat? Get up for 10 o'clock. What you mean? Or he can get that 25-year-old that's younger, that's right, that knows how to be a wife. Now, this is just a scenario, y'all. Who's that man picking? The one that's 10 years younger. And when he does that, what is that black man called? Oh, that black man don't want to deal with black women and he's a sellout and all kinds of stupid shit. Now, that same 35-year-old woman, let's say she has a seed. Let's say she has one kid. I'm being nice. What a man is going to ask is, hey, man, why you ain't married a father? You're going to hear some bullshit. He wasn't ready to be married. Or I made a mistake and I was young. You're young. You was young? Your child's 2 years old. What you mean? What are you talking about? Where the other women calling that bullshit out? They're rare. Dee Dee calls that shit out. There's another channel, Pink Book Lessons. She calls bullshit like that out. But I'm sorry, they say it in a calm tone. They don't like it when, see, and this is what happens. They will call up Kevin's show and they try and out-talk him when he's making a point. And that's what they do in the street. We're like, no, wait a minute, man. She's 35. I don't want to date her. She got 2 kids, 2 different baby daddies. But I'm saying, why you holding that over her head? She made a mistake. I don't want to deal with that. I'm saying every girl got kids. I don't want, see, I don't see that. I don't do that. And the only reason why I could say that because I've been through that. Every man in the chat has tried to have a conversation with a woman and she's out talking, slick talking, jive talking, back talking. It's like, what are you doing? You know what? What am I doing? Why am I talking to Carter Face still a salute? Why am I talking to this chick? Be gone, demon. We don't do that. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. Fuck out of here. Shit is ridiculous. So I don't go back and forth with these ladies, man. Had to wrench up my brother AMG. One more thing. Okay, I got you, brother. I don't go go back and forth with women. I never did. I'm sorry, I did one time, and I said, "Oh shit, what am I doing? I'm out here in the street, and I got bass in my voice." And people look like, "Oh shit, is you gonna hit her?" No, but that's what she wanted. You know, bitches will do shit just to make you mad, just to see if just to chin check you to see if you're a man. A lot of men, I'm not gonna say everybody, I'm not gonna generalize, but a lot of men have gone through that. Chick will do shit just to piss you off to see how far she can go. You let them know your soft spot or what drives you crazy. Trust me, they're gonna drive you crazy and throw that shit right in your grill. I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. That's the topic of the show. Who protects the integrity of men? The answer is us. We got to have integrity. Don't argue with women. Walk away. Walk away. If y'all can't have a conversation, walk away. If she start raising her voice, walk away. Protect your own integrity. Protect your own integrity. You're bigger than that. It's ridiculous. This chick right here that I'm playing right here, I would murder her with a couple of questions because she. Let's just listen.
Where's my quote? That basically you should not believe a child if they're accusing a family member of if they're accusing the family member of molesting them or sexual.
I know the show she's talking about, and she got it all wrong. She got it all wrong. That was a whole show. She got it all wrong. She got it. Now, you see, she's on here with this propaganda. And there was two other dudes that talked behind her. She got it all wrong, man. I couldn't have been on that panel. Because I'd have told her, pull up that clip. You wrote it down, pull up that clip. And play the whole goddamn thing. Because you're wrong. You're wrong. And that's a lie. What he was saying was, kids can be bent to say certain shit. Matter of fact, y'all follow the lead attorney? He spoke about shit like that. Dudes catching bad cases over a child's lie. Come to find out the child was manipulated by the parent that was trying to hurt the other parent out there was about the divorce. Children can be manipulated. Give you an example. What he was talking, I'm gonna tell you what he was talking about. What he was talking about is a man. I'll use anybody for example. Let's say Night Train, right? Night Train meets a woman. The woman's 40 years old. She got a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old. The 5-year-old's a little girl. The 15-year-old is a girl. Two girls. One's 5, one's 15. Right? So now you're in the house, whatever. And the 15-year-old is going through, she's 15, she's going through it. But now he's not living with them, but he's in and out the house a lot. He stays over a couple of times. Fellas, I don't recommend it. When you date a chick and she has kids, do not stay in the house. As a matter of fact, you keep out that house as much as possible. When you're in that house, sit on the fucking couch with your hands on your lap. Don't do it. When the kids come up to you, hey, just move them away. Hey, no. No. All right? So let's just say Night Train is, just in the house a lot, sleeping over, whatever, doing this thing, he don't come up there empty-handed, brings food or whatever. 15-year-old's just being a bitch. Then one day the 15-year-old goes, yeah, mommy, Night Train touched me. As a mother, she has to listen to her child. She wouldn't be a mother if she didn't. There are cases where women have dated these men, and these men are going in and they touching their kids, male or female. That shit happens. But you know what also happens? These kids lie. And that show that she was referring to, he talked about that. He talked about men don't need to be up in these chicks' house when they got kids. You don't need to be there all the time. Because these kids can lie on you. And the women have to decipher whether their kid is lying or not. That's the show he's talking about. He didn't say don't believe the kid. He didn't say it in the way she's putting it. The way she's putting it is like, oh yeah, you know, if you have a man up in there and the child said that the man touched him, don't believe him. He didn't say it in that context. He wasn't saying that. When kids go, look, they report abuse, they go, they arrest the guy. Now he's sitting in the precinct, what I do? Oh, they said this kid is saying that you molested him. What? Now he's jammed up for God knows how long, and they gotta send the kid to a psychiatrist. And I'm telling you, did y'all see that? What was that show where the black woman was she gets families correct. Black woman, and that woman had 3 daughters, and she told her 3 daughters that her ex-husband, which was their father, molested them when they were young. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Tell me y'all saw that. And I forget this woman's name. She had a show. It might be on the O Network. And her job is to repair broken families or something like that. Bumpy, what up? Oh man. Forget her name. But it was a black family and the woman is sitting there. 3 daughters. The dude was sitting there like, yo, your mother told y'all that I molested you. I never touched y'all. And from the time they were young, they grew up believing that this man touched them. And he said, I never did it. And because of that, it put a strain on their relationship. And he was like, yo, I never did it. I'm letting y'all know I never did it. So, Omega Red, you saw that, right? So he took a lie detector tests. Because when they were young, that technology just wasn't around. He took a lie detector test. He passed. She took a lie detector test. She failed. And these women were good and grown now. And he was just sitting there like, and that bitch stood there with those glasses on her face with this fucking hair helmet on. And they're looking at her like, Mom, why'd you do that? Her only response was that she was so upset with him for whatever reason. That was her only line of defense. Who protects our integrity, y'all? We do. That's why there was a space that Kevin Samuels created. He created that space, and those hags on Cock Talk, those 4 hags, Lisa Ray's talking about, oh man, you know, he should have created a space where it's equal. It was equal. It was a man's space, and it wasn't meant for you. Because y'all have all kinds of shit going on that we don't fuck with. Y'all are queens of the earth. Go to Instagram. How much ass you see on the Instagram? How many bitches you see twerking at all ages? I turn on a fucking Instagram and I scroll down. There's 2 grown black women twerking off. They're having a twerk off in a junior high school, no, an elementary school gym. Twerking. I'm like, bro, these are the women that we're supposed to be defending? I'm sorry. Y'all need to check that shit. Because those are the women that are calling Kevin Samuels' show, talking about, I deserve a high value man. You're bugging. That's right, Omega Red. She got mad at him for whatever reason and lied to the daughters and said that he molested them. Fucked them up for over a decade or more. And she lied, man. She lied. That's the type of shit Kevin Samuels is talking about. And what happens is, if they want you to be guilty, y'all, you're going to be guilty, especially if you're a black man. 502 King, what up? No doubt. If they want you to be guilty, you're going to be guilty. You'll go in there and be on some, yeah, he touched you, right? And then he touched you here, right? And the kid will be yeah. Yeah. Nope. Whenever I went to a woman's house and she had little kids, I didn't even sit down. I stood by the door. I'm like, yo, let's Xavier, what up? We gotta go. I said, oh yeah, the babysitter. Yo, I don't. Hey, little man. Hey, high five. Get your fucking kids away from me. I remember I asked this kid for a high five. He gave me a high five, and he threw himself from the floor. Oh! She came right out the kitchen. What'd you do? I did nothing. This little nigga threw himself on the floor. And he rolled over and looked at him and laughed. He got you, mom. Oh, I thought you hit him. Why would I fucking hit? I just met him in 2 seconds. I said, nah, see? I made it my business. At a certain point, as I got older, I said, I ain't fucking with girls with kids. If they have kids, they got to come out the house. I don't want to meet your kids. I don't want to see pictures of your kids. I don't give a fuck about them. You got to come out your crib. Who protects the integrity of men? We do. Back to this moose.
Assaulting them. And for me, that was kind of the straw that broke my back. Like, you
can't no one break this bitch back. You crazy? She just put it out there and made it sound like he said, don't believe your kids when they're saying that they getting molested. Absolute lie. I wish I could remember what show that was. I remember what she's talking about. Now that show I heard, and I agree with him. But she got it all misconstrued. Absolutely not.
Say whatever you want about dating, relationships, what have you, but you're talking about putting children in danger for the sake of the ego of a man.
Do you see how she bent that? I just told you what it was. What I just told you was what he was explaining. But you see, she heard bits and pieces, and she got on Roland Martin's stream, whenever it was, like a day ago or so, 4 days ago, and said this. And now there's people running around with this information saying that it's golden. Oh yeah, he okay child molesting. And I'm telling you, that's false. That's not what he was talking about. You see what I'm saying? She heard what she wanted to hear. That is false. And she knows the show. I would challenge her on that. Pull up the show and play it. And I bet you I'll be able to explain it better than she, because she explained it to suit her agenda. And then after I bust her ass on this, I say, well, what is your real problem? Because you look like the type of person that will call him up and he'd give you an issue. Now, why would he give you an issue? First of all, are you married? I didn't ask about your education. I don't care how much money you make. I asked you, are you married? No. Because guess what? You know, married women didn't give a shit about what Kevin Samuels had to say. You know why? Because they had a man. Oh, by the way, there was a bro. Y'all really need to go in his archives and look at his programming. Because a woman got at the show and she dead ass left a high value man for a younger she wanted her younger high value man back. And he was like trying to work with her, like, well, okay, has he moved on? She said, no, I'm trying to get him back, but my husband, he said, whoa. You was with this guy. He told you that you needed therapy. You got therapy, but in the midst of you getting therapy, you got married to someone else, an older fella? She said, yes. He said, yo, what is wrong with you? He said, you are the worst phone call I've ever had. Yes, that's a true story. That's a true story. She was dating a high value man, a younger guy, right? He said, yo, you're not ready for this. Get some therapy. Yeah. She went and got therapy, but in the midst of getting therapy, she got married to another high value guy. But she wanted to leave the older high value guy for the ex that she left in the first place. She was ready to break her holy matrimony to go get with the other guy. But we supposed to stick up for a bitch like that? Are you stupid? But she missed that show though, right? Let's hear what this moose has to say.
I do not ascribe to that logic. I do not ascribe to that rhetoric. And like I said at the beginning of this segment, while a mother lost a child, the rest of society lost something toxic. We disposed of something toxic yesterday.
Ain't no one dispose of anything. Now you see, this is what I'm saying. We dispose of something toxic. Ain't no one dispose. When you dispose of something, that means you put it out. Bitch, you ain't do nothing. And I'm willing to bet. That's it. That was it. That's it. Go to Kevin's channel and put in that shit. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? When you dispose of something, that means you throw it away. Ain't nobody threw them away. And guess what? If we find out, God forbid, because I hope this ain't no foul play. If we find out that woman that was in there that made that 911 phone call, if we find out that there was foul play and she did that shit, you think these bitches are talking shit now? Wait if they find that shit out. There's gonna be bitches talking about free her. She did the world a favor. This fat bitch right here is gonna laugh. This fat bitch right here is gonna be on some, oh, well, she did us a favor. She disposed of him. They will co-sign murder. Did they do that to Joe Rogan? The only person that stood up to Joe Rogan was India Irie. And she said, no, I'm not sharing a platform with him at all. You're crazy. His podcast was on Spotify. She yanked all her music off of Spotify. She don't want to share it with him. Fuck you talking about? This is absurd behavior. This is a black woman talking. I hope she had that same energy. I don't know who she is. I hope she had the same energy with Dillian Roof. I hope she had the same energy with George Zimmerman. I hope she had the same energy with Joe Rogan. All three of those men are alive. But she disposed of something toxic. I love that. These women love flinging toxic. Fling that word around. Toxic. No. Femininity is toxic. I just told you, I was in Dee Dee's chat a couple of hours ago. This bitch in there bigging Dee Dee up, and salute to Dee Dee. I love her channel. But one thing is official about her channel is that she co-signs everything that Kevin says. So I asked this woman, who's wrenched up in her chat, I said, yo, you bigging up Dee Dee, Dr. Mark, salute. You bigging up Dee Dee, but she co-signs everything that Kevin says. She does reaction videos to his videos. What's good? What's really good? And you know what her only response was? Her approach is different. Let me tell you something. There is no polite way to insult a man's penis size or his pockets. Even when a woman has not seen it. But how many times you've heard a woman say, oh, he probably got a little dick, and ha 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 ha. I was watching The View one day, a clip of The View, cause I don't watch it, but someone put it on Instagram and said, watch this. And I'm watching Whoopi and those other hags on there talk about somebody got their penis cut off, and they were on there talking and laughing about it. I said, man, that's not funny. It's funny when a chick castrates a man. That's funny. But what if it was an all-male think tank and we all just sitting there talking about, oh man, this dude, he got some man, he cut off a clip, man. Oh man, I bet you won't feel nothing again. Canceled. Cancel. Who protects the integrity of men? We do. In the lane that Kevin Samuels created, I was shocked as to how many brothers and sisters came in and said, yo, he's right. Kane says toxic is a feminist word. It's a strong word to describe someone or something they don't like without actual explanation. Exactly. You know what that's like? When you was young, you asked your parents, yo, can I go outside? No. Why not? Because that's toxic. Why'd you break up with him? Man, he was just toxic. What does that mean? You know, toxic. What does that mean? What is that? What? Well, you know, he would go out and say he coming home at 8 and he wouldn't come home until like 8:20. Toxic. What? You know, he said he wanted spaghetti, you know, and then, you know, I make the spaghetti and he come home with pizza. That's toxic. He's making me cook, but he's bringing home food. That's toxic. What? Family, everything I'm saying to you, I've heard at some point. But you know, that word toxic is fairly new. It's only like a couple of years old. It's slang to me. Feminism is toxic. It's bullshit. Y'all running around justifying the dumbest shit. You're a feminist. You're gonna justify a hot girl summer. Do you know what you're saying? Y'all talk about we don't want diseases. We don't want babies out of wedlock. Are y'all saying that? Toxic though. Thank you, Steven. I told homegirl Shauna that. Toxic is poison. That's what it is. Feminists is poison. They're poison. You should have saw this woman in DD's chat. If I said what I wanted to say, man, please. You know what I wanted to say? She on her nuts because she probably wanted to eat DD's box. That's what that shit was. You on a channel, a woman's channel that co-signs everything that Kevin Samuel says, and big up to her. But you on here sending super chats and you're trying to cut down what Kevin said, but Dee co-signs everything that he says. So what the fuck are you? And then trying to give her credit, saying, "Oh no, you said that first, Dee. You're better than him, Dee. What the fuck are you talking about? You trying to assimilate her like the Borg in Star Trek? Shut that shit up, man. I had to tell the other brothers in there, stop talking to her. She's wrenched up. Stop talking to her. She probably don't have a man, and probably is looking at Dee picture and rubbing one out to her. Get the fuck out of here. So now I know when Dee goes live, I'm not even gonna participate in the chat. That's how you do it. Hot girl summer. You know what toxic is? Cardi B telling you get a sugar daddy, but she's married. That's toxic. Beyonce singing all my single ladies, but she's married to a fucking billionaire. That is toxic. That's the opposite. She's telling you to do the opposite of what she's really fucking doing. That's toxic. Kevin Samuels telling women, yo, look, you're getting on here talking about you want a man, a high value man that's making a strong 6 figures for at least 5 to 6 years, hangs around recognized by other high value men amongst his peers. And I forget the other criteria. And these women are calling up talking about I deserve that. And then he says, well, okay, well, tell me, why do you deserve that? Because I'm a queen, I'm a black queen. And no, you gotta do better than that. Why do you deserve a high value man? Talk to me. Is that a kid in the background? Okay. Strike one. Scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate yourself out the shower fresh, no makeup? Can't you 7? Oh, I'll say I'm an 8. And what he say? Kelly Rowland is a 10 and Beyonce's an 8, a 9 or 8 or whatever. And he says, that's not what I'm seeing. You're about a 5 or a 6. Then he hit the smack button. Whoosh. How tall are you? Dress size? How tall are you? Oh, I'm 5'8". Dress size? 18. Y'all know how I go. Mr. Shelton, salute. How much you weighed the last time you weighed yourself? I'm 205, but I'm working on myself, Kevin. How many kids you got? 2? Why aren't you married a baby daddy? And Andrew Gray, what up? One thing he always said is, you normally don't get any higher than the father of your children. Because now you're asking me, not only you're saying you deserve a high value man, you're asking a man to come in and be a step father. And why should that man, no kids of high value, should share his wealth with you and your kids? That's what we're asking. And what women don't realize is they're being unfair and unreasonable. If you don't like what Kevin Samuels said, what about what's her name? Kendra G. She's she hooks people up for a living. And she says, yo, I'm fucking done with it because these black women have these unrealistic expectations. She just had this white woman on there, 2 weeks ago, who got up there and lied. And when she called out for lying, they jumped on Kendra G shit, talking about, oh, you're being too mean to her. There was another relationship guru that hooks people up. Another black woman. She said, I'm done dealing with black women. They have unrealistic expectations of what men are supposed to be. This tall, this much money, and then these bitches are train wrecks. Now they say it, they get minimum backlash. But when it comes from Kevin, he's toxic. Get the fuck out of here. Peace sign minus the index. Shut up. So to bring it full circle, who protects the integrity of men? We do, because the women aren't going to protect us. We're on our own, ladies and gentlemen. We are on our own. We are on our own. Fellas, get your health right. Stop slamming these chicks. Like this chick, look, I guess, the dudes that talked after her, I don't know. I don't know what the problem, a lot of brothers, they like full-figured women. Let me tell you something. And this is another thing that Samuels also said. Of course, men like the big mamas. They'll sleep with you. Even the Instagram models with the tiny little waist, the big old hips and big old ass and big old titties. Yeah. They would get on there and get on Kevin. Oh, I got men propositioning me every day. He said, no, they will sleep with you. They ain't trying to make you a wife. Cut it out. Cut it out. Trying to fuck somebody is different from trying to make them your goddamn spouse, man. Stop it. Boss. Trying to fuck somebody. Whatever. Oh yeah, if they want to jump on somebody, jump on Tommy Sotomayor. I've listened to his shit. Like, I've listened to his entire streams and shit. And I'm like, ugh. Yikes. Even he makes some points sometimes, but I'm like, damn. Somebody did him dirty. Kevin Samuels wasn't that. Just because somebody wants to smash you out doesn't mean they want to make you their spouse. That's all. Just because a dude wants to smash you doesn't mean he wants to make you his wife. You on Instagram with your butt out and boy shorts and twerking while frying chicken and all kinds of ridiculous shit. We live in a society where Steph Curry's wife requires attention from strange men. Meanwhile, she's married to a perennial all-star. She's married to Stephen Curry, the ultimate light-skinned Negro today. He's the new light-skinned Negro superhero. And she requires attention from other men. Did these 4 women talk about that on the show? I'm just curious because I don't know. When I read about that and then I saw the video, she wait a minute. Why are you requiring attention from strange men? You're married to Steph Curry. Yo, can y'all even tell me how Juanita Jordan looked? Some niggas like, who's Juanita Jordan? Yeah, Michael Jordan's ex-wife. You didn't know how she looked. She didn't need to. She stayed in a big-ass house. And guess what? People still found fault with Michael Jordan. Oh, well, he was fucking bitches on the road. How do you know that? You don't know that. All right, now watch this. You want to put coats on people? Okay, while he was on the road, dunking basketballs, sending the money home, getting sneakers made, increasing his net worth. Juanita had to dunk no basketballs, but while he was on the road, she was probably fucking the pool boy because she had to get off, right? I'm gonna make a monkey video for the women on this channel. If Michael Jordan was fucking chicks on the road, which you can't prove, then Juanita Jordan was fucking the pool boy. Now, I'm gonna make a video for them. Yeah, you fucking monkeys. Yeah. Anthony Jones, what up? So we gotta protect our own integrity. They don't have our back. You're seeing this. The death of Kevin Samuels, do these women's come for Cardi B? When she tells the young ladies, go get yourself a goddamn sugar daddy. Come on, man. Exactly, 88. Everything on Instagram is absolutely fake with those girls. I get every day. I get friend requests from chicks. It's like, come on, dogs, get away from me, for real talk. You ain't shit. So, fellas, we on our own. Let me play this video one last time for the non-believers. This was like the first 3 years of Kevin Samuels' show, and these women said nothing.
Yourself on a scale from 1 to 10. How tall are you?
5'10".
5'10". How much do you weigh?
Uh-oh. I weigh about,
to what?
Depending on the day, between 280 to 285.
So you're a fat fucker.
Yeah.
So you think a 5'10", almost 300-pound dude, how much money you make?
Like 482 weeks.
So you make 482 weeks. So you make 800 a month. You make less than $10,000 a year. Okay.
But how many 20-year-olds is him?
Hold on. Dude, I was a 20-year-old and I was making far more money than that. In the 80s, the minimum wage was $3.35 an hour. So I need to hear it. How long? You got a big dick?
I mean, it's above average. I ain't no Ron Jeremy.
No. I asked you if you had a big dick. I didn't say it was above average.
I don't know what that is, really.
You know if you got a big dick or not. Stop the bullshit. Every dude know whether or not he got a big dick. I know I got a big dick. You don't know?
I mean,
you don't have a big dick. That's the point. You don't have a big dick. You don't have a big wallet. You're a fat dude, and you got a lot of nerve thinking you should get choosing singles at 5'10" and 300 pounds, making less than $1,000 a month at 20 years old. And women should approach you. What they get, they don't even get a big dick.
If he did that from the time he started doing his live streams until today, he wouldn't be as successful, and a woman would be co-signing everything, and they wouldn't be calling him gay. They'd be saying he's keeping it real. You know, like how when there's a Latino fighter and us black fight fans, we say, oh no, that guy's good. And you'll get the motherfuckers out sliding our chats and be like, oh, see, you're different. You're not like the rest of them. What are you talking about? I'm giving them props as a fighter. What you mean? That's what these chicks will do. And then a lot of brothers will be like, we'll either be like, I ain't fucking with him. But dudes that just can't turn them off and be like, oh, you gotta be gay. No. But because that one woman called in and he had his viral moment, she ranked herself as 5 out of 10. And he said you're average at best. And then a bunch of women started coming in. I'm going to challenge this guy to a debate. And every one of them failed. Every last one of them failed. Y'all made him famous. You know how you didn't make, you know how you shouldn't have? Just don't follow him. This is y'all fault. And And now you're gonna take credit and say, oh yeah, ding dong, the witch is dead. No, bitch. He left a legacy whether you like it or not. Because the type of time that he was on, here's what you don't know and you ignored. A lot of men been on that type of time. And I didn't even know that shit on YouTube. And all these guys started popping up in my algorithm. We all talk about the same thing. And there's a few dudes that are hating on him. Y'all already know. I just throw that shit, just not interested. And that's how I'm going to keep it. As long as these brothers on here, over on this end are talking that shit, we're going to stay on topic. And you hating ass chicks need to be ashamed of yourself. And you're just mad because dudes are waking up. Dudes are waking up, and we don't want to hear that bullshit anymore. We're waking up, and each one is teaching one. It's okay for y'all to body shame a man about his private parts when you never even seen it. But then we say, yo, look, I don't want a girl that's over 150 pounds. And that's a headache? No. You're done. You're done, you're through, you're finished. Let's get a fork in y'all. Well, I gotta get up early and get that this boxing talk in the morning. You already know what it is. Drew Titan Bronson thing. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? I like this channel. I love this channel, actually. It's a slow cook. Like and share this video. You know what I'm saying? Let's blow this shit up, man. We got work to do. All right? This shit just got deep, and it's not over. This shit just got deep. This is becoming a bit of a situation. They consider this a war? That he started a war? No. It's not a war. This is some shit y'all started. It's not a war. Men are just looking to get shit back to the way it is. Like the way how y'all say y'all want it to be. Women need to make a decision. You're going to be strong and independent. Be strong and independent by yourself, but you're not a goddamn wife. Cut it out. And we're not saying be home barefoot and pregnant without an opinion. We're not saying that. We're saying that y'all are out of order. And there's men out of order too. There are men out of order too. And you know what? I don't think I'm going to do a show tomorrow because I'm going to get off work fairly late. But my next podcast, Pay for Excellence podcast, I'll give the men attention because they need attention. The other two fools that was talking behind this chick, oh, they need a lot of attention. But I'm going to talk about their type. I'm not even going to play their audio because it made me sick. So I'll see y'all later this week, man. Much love and appreciation to y'all. Let's rock.